Mountain Warriors 2021, first real trip excursion here to the Smoky Mountains. On this trip here, we start off in Greenbrier, a little further back than our normal spots, at a bridge, just a little introductory swim, which didn't amount to too much. Obviously, always beautiful scenery, not as deep a holes here in these spots. And really we saw some fish that we've seen before as far as trout, things like that, a couple crawdads, and I believe Kenny found a fishing lure today.
This is just going to be a wrap-up of all these spots we went to that are not going to be episodes. There's going to be a few episodes from this trip, but these are going to be all the spots that we went to, and you won't see actual videos of. This spot, there wasn't that much. We were near the bridge. We did see a muskrat or a rat, but then I encountered a crawdad. And actually, I saw a lure in the water. I went to get it, dropped it in the water. When I dropped it, a crawdad came out and looked like it was attacking it. And so that's really all we saw, though, from that spot. As we explored a little bit, pretty shallow holes. And then we moved to the next spot, which was the next day, which is one. There wasn't enough to make a formal episode, but as you can see, some stuff still happened. It was the first day trying out the wetsuits.
Yeah, basically, I had my wetsuit on backwards, which I'm not sure if you're going to pick that up on the video or not. And also I had a little bit of a slip into a Saturday Night Fever type moment here with my hand and camera straight up in the air. Just goes to show you, it was a rainy day. The water was up a little bit. And the creeks are always dangerous. We have had several times where we've known the rocks are slippery, and we still slip and fall. Here was something that we explored up pretty far. Good swimming holes. There were some deep spots, but for whatever reason, we did not see a lot of aquatic life. Some fish, saw some crawdads, and not quite sure why that is. Maybe it's because these holes have a lot of different mammal life as far as otters, things like that, that maybe clean the holes out a little bit more. I do know also, the video may not show it, that a lot of the fish as we're going through there do hide in the deeper waters in the rocks, and you just don't see them as much, or do we have enough time without scuba diving gear to stay down there and watch them or see them come out. So good holes, good stretch, but just not as much life as what we see in other holes.
This is the first day we tried out the wetsuits, though, so it's pretty important to note, because you'll see us with the wetsuits on in most of the spots, most likely. And even though you had yours on backwards, the way you're supposed to have it on is you're supposed to have the zipper on the back part. And so basically it kept me warmer, but when I would fully submerge, the water would drip down my back, which is almost worse, because it was like a slow getting used to the water, where the water would just drip in your back. But if you just floated at the top, it basically sealed it off. But when you dove down, the water still leaked in. So it definitely helped. And when I stood up out of the water, it was like a warm hug. But it didn't, I think we'd need the gloves, a full helmet, and maybe flippers to actually fully seal it off. So that wrapped up that day. The next day we went to Greenbrier, and that's the episode that we've actually already posted with all the fish. We went back, this was the next day, we went back to the creek.
Yeah, I think some of these spots here toward the end, the water was up, as I said before. We had a little bit of rain, no flash flooding, but big difference in the water levels compared to when we started. So the holes were much harder to traverse as far as swimming without getting drawn downstream or put in dangerous positions. So we did not get to do as much as we did when the water's down. As you can see, I've caught myself from another fall. And I think in this hole here, whether we show it or not, I did find a pair of goggles that got washed downstream. Obviously, when the water floods, it takes in a lot of stuff on the shorelines, and I believe that's what happened there with those goggles.
It's worth noting before this episode, as we were traversing down to the creek, we both slipped. I slipped and kind of caught myself. I slipped and kind of caught myself, hit my elbow, went a little farther, jammed my finger, and I got pretty badly injured in this slip. I didn't break anything, but I was definitely feeling it tomorrow. I was definitely feeling it the next day, because I slipped and hit myself on the rocks multiple times. Then then you were saying how you were asking if I was all right. Then you slip and you fall on your back too. Then obviously after that, we swam. You get in the water. The water was up and really cold, but then you slipped there as well. And then the last thing after this is you'll be seeing another episode. You probably have already seen it. It is in which when we go back to Greenbrier and we go to the hot tubs, cold tubs, except they are at the right water level to where they're basically a slip and slide. And that'll probably be the name of the episode, is Slip and Slides into the Cold Tubs, because you were able to go from the main creek into the tub and then to the next one like a slip and slide. And it was really perfect, and that'll be the last real episode in this section.
Yeah, I think, we've got that to show. One of our favorite spots. We have a little bit of extra family activity mixed into that episode as well, as that was part of our family vacation. You're going to see different things in there that I don't know if we'll show it or not, but we've had a dog rescue over one of the waterfalls, something that transpired through us swimming there, and also shows the danger, not only for people, but for animals amongst the slippery rocks, the rapidness of the water, and how much you need to respect the environment you're in and try to be as careful as possible. But this was the first big trip of 2021, and we've actually got one coming up here soon that hopefully get us some more video footage, and another one after that. So I think we have 3 total trips within like a month here in the summer, and what we do from there in the late summer and the fall, we'll find out. But hopefully we'll end up putting some more good videos together of some good wildlife for you guys to view.
This is the recap for the first creek trip in 2021.
Mountain Warriors out.